Welcome to the month of June, 30 days all about gin. Shining a spotlight on craft-made Canadian. Fun facts and proper tastings, live cocktails Friday afternoons. Discover 14 different brands and be influenced by me. Song for roll. That's right, I'm a song for roll.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this 29th day of June, my 30-day salute to gin during the month of June. Now, repeatedly over the last 28 days, I have shared, shouted, and trumpeted the virtues of not only our thriving craft gin scene here in Canada, but also that of the gins themselves. I often say life is too short to drink boring gin, and thankfully, Canadians have a lot of local choices to avoid just that, boring old stodgy gin. Now, while I have absolutely appreciated and was constantly wowed by the made in Canada gins I was lucky enough to taste and showcase during this year's June, today I want to recognize a few standouts for me. June 2021 had, in my opinion, 3 Canadian craft distilled gins that just had another little level to them in taste, balance, and integrity. I'm calling these my 2021 Canadian Gin All-Stars, complete with a red star to boot. So first up is Ampersand Gin, a more traditional, classic, dry style gin produced by the Schacht family in Cowichan, British Columbia. Their huge focus on local and organic ingredients, as well as their homemade custom stills, produce a gin with a soft, slightly creamy, and very clean mouthfeel. The pine, citrus, savory, and floral notes all seem well-timed and extremely well-balanced. Now, my second 2021 All-Star comes from Spring Mill Distillery, owned and operated here in Ontario by John Sleeman and Sons. Using London Dry as the inspiration for the style, the combination of their top-notch ingredients and custom-made and Scotland-sourced stills really elevate this gin. Distilled the equivalent of 147 times, there is nothing impure here. Light, clean, and fresh on the nose and the palate, with a very well-balanced and integrated array of citrus, tropical, herbal, grassy, and slight spice that all equate into a high-end quality product. Now, my third All-Star is from La Belle Province, with a bit of a different style and approach. Traite Carré 1665 from Distillerie du Québec is an aged gin, one that has seen time in former rye casks. Juniper, wood, citrus, a bit of tropical, and sweet spice all dance around my nose and my palate. In my opinion, aged gins can be dicey. Too little time in the wood and the juniper dominates and seems out of balance. Too much time in wood and the gin can be bitter. Owners Christophe and David got their timing perfect here. It's almost like an extremely light Irish whiskey for comparison. But make no mistake about it, folks, this is absolutely still gin, and it's just lovely. So those are my 3 All-Stars from this year. However, I would be remiss if I did not go back in time to June 2020 for the absolute standout from last year, which just by chance happens to be a Canadian-made gin as well. Valley of Mother of God is a local Ontario super premium gin that uses some wild Canadian juniper from the Ottawa Valley, as well as many estate-grown products such as apple and rosemary and black walnut. London Dry in style and massive in depth, complexity, and character. The flavors undulate on your palate in symphonic fashion, with each in perfect time, unison, and harmony. This, folks, is an absolute Canadian all-star standout gin, hands down. So there you have it, my juniper-loving friends. My picks for those made in Canada gins that just seem to have a touch more, in my opinion. To learn more about each of these gins and or to get all caught up on any June videos you may have missed, check out my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. All you have to do is search for Somm for All, SOMM, number 4, ALL, and you'll be all set. Thanks for tuning in today. I really appreciate you spending a little time with me. Tomorrow, I'll be wrapping up the 2021 edition of Gi-Une. Wow, so hard to believe it's almost over already. Be sure not to miss that installment. And also, folks, be sure that we are indeed connected on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. As Somm for All, I'm always talking and tasting tasty treats from the realm of wine, beer, spirits, and sake, with the goal of always trying to help you put a little quality and a little local in your glass. Until next time, be safe, stay well, and cheers from Somm for All.